Good afternoon, and I guess it's good evening for most of us. It's our Friday health chat. Coach Lanita here. I'm Lanita Ellis with Becoming New Again Wellness. And today we are going to be talking about a couple of things. First off is going to be how do you know that you are following the original protocol? You don't know how many times I hear from people that, when they're having trouble with their protocol and I ask them, what protocol are you following? Because there's many protocols out there. They'll say, oh, I'm following, Simeon's 500 protocol. And then we continue to discuss things, trying to, get to the bottom of where their challenge might be, and come to find out, their doctor or clinic gave them a rogue protocol with foods, saying they can eat squash and broccoli and coconut oil, or their clinic or doctor has them dosed at 200, or even some places even dose at 300. Hey, Donna. Dose at 300 international units. And we find out, and this has sadly been the case, as I've found out, that most clinics and doctors that are offering the hCG protocol have never even read Pounds and Inches, which is the manuscript written by the doctor who created the protocol and actually did all the scientific research. So just because you're following the protocol given to you by your doctor or your weight loss clinic doesn't mean that you're following the original protocol. And so how you can tell is, first and most important, is read Pounds and Inches. Pounds and Inches was a manuscript written by Dr. Simeons, who did decades of research on the hCG and the hCG weight loss. And he's the one that scientifically created the hCG protocol. And we've had decades of success with the original protocol. Now, sadly, it's become a huge money-making boom. And, clinics that used to just offer, phentermine and B12 shots and, different, shakes and, liquid diets and things like that to help people lose weight have now adopted the hCG protocol. But sadly, a lot of them nobody in the office has ever done it. And once again, they've never read Pounds and Inches. And so Pounds and Inches, there's a couple of things, that are super important. One, Dr. Simeons dosed everybody at 125 international units. And it doesn't matter if they were big, small, young, old, fat, skinny wouldn't be, but male or female. He dosed everybody at 125 international units. So if your clinic or your doctor has you dosed at anything different, you're not on the original protocol. And some of you will say, oh, so what, Well, here's the challenge. In Pounds and Inches, Dr. Simeons explains that 125 international units is the dose he found after all of his research and trials. That is the dose that targets your abnormal body fat, protects your lean muscle mass, which is your muscles, but also your heart and internal organs, and resets the hypothalamus. And if you're at any other dose, then those things aren't happening. Your hypothalamus isn't being reset, and also your lean muscle mass is not being protected. And I've said this before, I know two people that actually ended up in the hospital. They were on homeopathic drops doing the 500 calorie a day protocol, and they ended up with organ failure because the body started attacking their lean muscle mass for fuel because they were starving, because they didn't have the hCG in there to protect the lean muscle mass. So that's one of the most important things for dosing. Also, if your doctor gives you a protocol where you're allowed items that aren't on Dr. Simeons' list, Dr. Simeons said in Pounds and Inches that he went over it carefully, and anything that's permissible has been added to the list. And so anything that's not on the list, it's not permissible, and it will actually wreak havoc with the resetting process of the hypothalamus. And, that's the big thing with hCG. It's not just to lose weight, because Anybody can lose weight. It's to reset the hypothalamus, to reset the metabolism, to keep the weight off. So that's the most important thing. And that can only be done with hCG. That brings up the subject of homeopathic drops. They do not contain hCG, so therefore they do not target the lean muscle mass or the abnormal body fat. They do not protect the lean muscle mass, and they do not reset the hypothalamus, and actually are extremely dangerous to do on the 500 calorie protocol because they're just appetite suppressants. So essentially you're on a starvation diet where you're going to end up with side effects similar to those who are anorexic. So I want to give you warning there. I just sent out, I put out a blog, and I also am putting out a newsletter. My husband just came home. And so there's some information in there, some recipes. I want to welcome all the new people to our recipe group. You can find recipes up in the files if you go to photos and then you go to album, and then there's a phase 2 recipe album. Also, you can go into the search and search for, say, chicken or different things like that, and it will help you find recipes. So also remember to go to the recipe contest post. Just scroll down a little bit, find the recipe contest post, and vote for your favorite recipe for the week so that we can congratulate the winner and send her a gift card. And if you have not yet shared one of your favorite recipes, then do it in that post so that you can get in on winning the gift card this week. So have a great week. Have a wonderful weekend. Stick to protocol. Share in the comments below where you're at on your protocol, what phase you're in, how far you're in, how much you've lost, so that we can all celebrate you. Have a fabulous evening, wonderful weekend, and we'll see you again next Friday. Take care. Bye.